Good day. Welcome to the Journey of a Lifetime. My name is Dwayne Standiford, also known as the artist in all black. I'm here with the famous Mayor Split Song, Clement Armstrong.
Good evening. Thank you all very much.
You're
It's a
welcome.
pleasure having this young group of people around me.
And the problem is there. We can start off with the first question for you. Tell me how it was growing up in Split Song.
I don't know how I get this place down, but I have to thank God for this life that He's given me.
Right.
I born in Trinidad, and I came here when I was 7.
Right.
And the funny thing about it, I only went to Trinidad one day. And my husband died in 1959, liberated, he passed away, and he came to Barbados. I don't know, it keeps saying to me that I came on Thursday. And I cried and I cried. After this film, I don't want to go back to Trinidad. Sometimes these things happen because living my lifestyle, I say everybody, thank God for life. Mm-hmm. My mother wanted a boy. My sister born in 1939. And she lost 2 kids in between there. High blood pressure, everything you know, retaining water. Anything you know about pregnancy, you won't know about pregnancy, my mother had. And the doctor told her, my young lady, you can't make no more children. And the funny thing, the doctor was a 70 Adventist doctor. And my mother, as he left, my mother looked at him and said, who he is? He think he's God. And he tell her, make sure you continue what I told you before. Do everything I tell you to do. So she had to lay down for nearly full 9 months. My father had to take care of me 9 months. I came out 6 pounds 7 ounces, 25th of August, 8 o'clock in the morning, a shower rain came down. And you think my mother lived to 95, so she always talked to me as a blessed child. And then the happy thing about it, when I born and she came back to herself, all these women nurses were around me. And the Indian woman told her, let you go Indian. I said, Indian, the whole day makes my baby,
Right.
And I born with no hair on my head, like an Indian.
Like an Indian.
But the funny thing about it, how I got my name, just before the birth, her priest came to her in a dream and said, call this child Anthony. And she jumped up and said, who is you? Who is you? You can tell me who tell you it's going to be a boy. After asking God for boys, she said question when she get a boy. And that's life. We get everything and we say question the good word of the Lord. I came out as a boy and I get my name Clement from my father, James Clement Armstrong. Mm-hmm. So my right name is Clement Anthony Armstrong.
Clement Anthony Armstrong.
And I said, full moon, shower rain came, 8 o'clock in the morning. She remembered everything about me. So she put that pressure on me, making me feel that I'm very special to her. So I tried to do my best. And then I went to Spice Boys School. Only the best is good enough. And I keep on trying to charter my life through that. And then I went to community high school. And that was a great experience. Catch the 7:30 bus and the 2:30 bus from town. Never walked through town yet. When I get in 5th form, on Fridays we were going to walk through town. Press Kennedy Drive, just run across there, but Barbie said, catch the come out Spice Town. The funny thing about it, my father came, my mother was in America when secondary school results come back. And my father looked at them and he looked too disturbed and he didn't 9 and 7 O levels. He just looked at me and told me, you can't be a doctor, you can't be a lawyer. So make it mind to work.
So, since we're talking about your childhood, tell me a little bit, did you have any siblings?
Yeah, I got a daughter.
You have
A daughter.
siblings, children. Sorry, brothers and sisters, sorry.
I got one. My sister,
Your sister.
I let her, I'm the second child, 13 years younger than her.
Yes.
She's 85 now, I can be 73.
Wow, so that means the genes of living a long life is runs in your family.
Yeah, my father went to 89.
Right, 89.
Yeah, but my aunt, who ran Fisherman Pub, she died at 57. Because she had run the shop by herself, up and down, take care. So she had a massive heart attack, massive heart attack on the 9th of January, 1968. And they came from Trinidad. Her husband died on the 9th of January, 1959, 9 years apart. And they came to Trinidad in 1959. And my life changed in 1968. Because my father, which God told God would be good to us as a family. Because in 1967, the naval base closed down in Trinidad. And my father was working at. He was getting ready to go to America. And because she died in 68, they had to change their plan and come to Barbados. So they had to mash up all their plans, their lifestyle for me. That's why I'm so passionate about Fisherman Pub and Spice Town, because I think God instilled it in my parents. That made the sacrifice to me. My mother make a sacrifice of trying to get another child, and I came through. So the third thing, I can make a sacrifice to Spice Town, who are giving me a living. And I love Spice Town, I care for Spice Town, I care for it, because I live in the community. So when you see me operating, it's operating through family, no, I can't say persuasions, is that we owe a lot to Spice Town.
So, since we're touching on Spice, so you say your aunt owned Fisherman's Pub before you?
Yeah.
And coming up, how was it growing up in Spice Town with your aunt as the owner of Fisherman's Pub and you being in the area?
I was very protected.
Alright.
My aunt never came home. My aunt spent 6 days a week straight in Fisherman's Pub. No break, no holiday, no lunch break, no sick days. God keep her well. So this is my Glen. I had about 10 or 15 houses in the place now. So everybody take care of me. The Lucases, the Gibbons, the Toppings, and the Grays. All of this guy take care of me. And the shop, I had a man named Lordy. He take me any place I gotta go. But my aunt was very loved in the town. So everybody look after me. So I got babysit good. I went to Armour Park School, Armour Park for lessons.
You went to Armour Park School?
No school, no. I went
for lessons?
For lessons.
Okay.
Ken, our husband, the first black speaker of the house. I went with him for lessons. Mr. Paris was the first lady that opened a day nursery in St. Peter. And a year's guide. So I was in good hands, I think.
Yeah, so question. You said that your dad was telling you you can't really do the book smarts in the sense.
It became blunt. In a sense, trying to go back to school to go and race another 13 weeks.
How was that coming up as a little boy?
No, but he guided me with it.
He guided you?
So I came in Fisherman Pub. I didn't stop there. I came to Fisherman Pub. I can work at 10 and left at 2.
And what age were you at that time?
18 going 19.
18?
Yeah.
So when you were like 15 or so and the book smarts was hard for you, how did you maneuver that way?
The money maneuver, everything falls into place. They knew at the end of the day I'd never be a lawyer, doctor. They knew I was going to be academic boys. So let's get piano lessons, trades, carpenter work. I went to Boy Scouts. All keep you busy, keep your money off. But look at how it transformed now. When I went back to school, they just take out the clothes and put them back in the next term and start. And they let me run the whole term. And no arguing, no quarreling. But then my mother is the persuasive one. She put her hands very like this. Very sit back, very cool. I see the Chinese do it, the Indians do it. You gotta help us. Because when we get old, we need somebody to help us.
So who
when I was going to school, from 10 to 2, then I went to Duff Business College.
You went to
Duff Business College.
Duff Business College?
Yeah, that's evening classes. Do elementary accounts. I met this man named Matt D. Smith.
And this was kind of your mentor at the time?
Yeah, he became my mentor. My father's a mentor hard work.
In art?
Hard work.
Hard work. Oh, your father worked into the
My father tell you, when two men can't live in one house, when he wake up, you gotta wake up too. You don't sleep in behind, so you could go and party all night long. But you see, if I got 6, you still gotta get 6.
No, you know, right? I'm glad we touching on this because I had the thought that in today's society, we should have more fathers in the household that could tell your son, get up, come look outside, we got work to do.
Well, you see, one time we, nothing wrong, one time women start going to work, that motherly love gone. Fathers talk very harsh to boys, very soft to girls. So, with a professional woman, nobody home to be on.
Right.
You have professional housewives. You can't go that now because the standard of living so high. Everybody go up putting something to get school fees, everything. But getting back to Mr. Smith, Matt D. Smith. I'm very proud that the first thing I ever passed, intermediate accounts. And Mr. Smith look at me, why you don't come and do intermediate accounts? I went to his class and did intermediate account. And then he asked me, what you don't do A-level accounts? And then I do A-level accounts. I met my first wife. And I could give you the foundation will be right. If you don't got your English and maths right, you will never get right. I went up to A-level accounts. And this is an experience I would tell everybody. And I see a question there and I stand looking at that question, And I couldn't get a balance at all. You know why I feel it? Accounts. And why God made me feel accounts. Well, he had a purpose for me being an accountant. But when I look, I couldn't read. I read, but I didn't understand the question. So even at that stage, if your English isn't right and you can't read and understand, you're in trouble. I came out from the exam and with everybody tell me how to do and everything. And they gave me this gave me trouble. And they showed me why it went wrong. And I balanced it. And they couldn't balance it. So I knew God at that time said, but that is not your purpose. Because life is your purpose. You have to find your purpose in life. And I think God directed me back to Fisherman's Pub. Still remembering what my parents told me. The Indians do it, the Chinese do it. Why you can't do it. And I worked there from 72 up to 1983, 1980, on the umbrellas of my parents. Guiding me, staying with me. I didn't went straight to cash. I didn't went straight in the office. I clean, I mop, I sweep, and get a feeling for everything in the shop. And then my book, knowledge and little commercial studies guide me through that. And then I become a man. I want to get married. I want to get married, so I decided to get married in 1980. And from the time I get married, less than a year after my father said, bless each other, God, you own. So he focused me on getting property and house.
So question before we go into that. When you took over Fisherman's Pub, you were fairly young.
Yeah, but I was still guided by my parents.
Right. And when you all hit hard times, when you hit hard times, as you know your father want you to be independent and be a man, how did he respond to you when you were sitting in hard times, and how was it?
That is a beautiful thing with my parents. One hit hard thing, they hit hard thing with me. It's not, I told you so, I tell you don't do that. They went down with me. I went my first divorce. I married twice. My mother looked at me and told me, very soft voice again. When the shoe takes for your feet, you gotta change it. Right. That's simple as that. You should get too tight for it. Yeah.
They grow old.
You understand? My father hardly said anything because he's sick, he couldn't turn on work. And then he took me up to 92. I can't remember, about 5 years after he pack up and leave, and people doing go.
Now he going?
Planting yam and different things, because he has some property.
And what you call it?
Planting. He become a planter.
Okay, cool.
Because these things he wanted to do, because he was a shipwright. He was more on the sea and everything, building, so sometimes he got other things to do when he gets a certain age. But he coached me through all his old friends. Even when he passed away in 1998, all his old drinking friends still continue supporting me. Coming to church. Even now, people said, a man named Tony King, Life of Barbados, he used to work out. He still comes and look for me. Because he knows my father was very good. So the older people never drop you and left you. They ever continue. So that was the blessings they had. And then, after my first divorce in '92, that was when my parents were still alive. Both of them were still alive. And they approached me and gave me the full hands by some. I was involved in the Kuduma band.
The Kuduma band. Alright, so good. You was mentioning that your dad told you best of the man that has his own, right?
Yeah.
And he pushed you to get your own loan. Your land, sorry. How you acquire that? How did he assist you?
Because family is very great. Family is a tremendous thing. I'm blessed by a family. 89 years in the family, inheriting things and benefiting from them. And I had a cousin in America. This piece of land we on here. This is my cousin in America, and he contacted him. I was living in another cousin's house for 3 years. Living like a big shop. Pretty, my wife working at Barbados Development Bank. Life easy.
Right.
And my father come married 30 years, that's the child I got his own. You gotta get out of this house.
So
yeah. Right. So that's the main thing of father, family. Right. My mother never tell him that's too much to Clement. Or get him a chance. The two of them came together and push you.
So he didn't say, well, bless the child that has his own, and just say, oh,
and leave it up to me.
Leave it as that.
No, he orchestrated, and he tried to find the property for me.
Really?
This is my cousin in America that had the land open up.
Right, so he went to your cousin.
He called him and everything, and everything went through that way.
I hope about building the house and purchasing the land.
The thing is, the person in the land, you know, my father can help me. But the building, because you were in naval base in Trinidad, you were very wrong then. He went to work as a shipwright. And there's nothing in the building code that my father don't know. From plumbing, electrical, carpentry he had already. My mother knew all the disciplines of building a house. Because he tell me the interview in America, when American interview you, you just shipwright, yes. You talk your shipwright trade to them. You tell them you're a carpenter, you tell them all the skills, how you do and that. And we done all that big speech. The man look at her, look at him and tell him, we employ you to work. Because they ain't got the carpenter work, on the shipwright work, and if the electrician won't help, you go with the electrician. If the electrician gonna work, you look with plumber. So my father was very wrong then. They had another guy named Burgess. He the fella I went and picked for the house, which was a very good pick. Because he comes every morning at 7:30, 11, 4:30 on the door. Put in this full 8 hours of work. Never late at all. And these are things that I see happen to me that the Lord had put in place to make life. Then the challenge was running fishermen after my father passed away. My mother used to do the fish case, prep some of the things and bring down. And then the older workers that he left there was very nice to me. You see me as they had a son out there. And and it was so good that the community involvement I was involved in. United Barbados Club, Superstars, Bristols. So all these clubs, sports clubs, enhanced me to be close to the community, and the community backed me. And then one Sunday, said, no, comfortable in '83. And Miss Griffith and Miss Bellamy came to me and told me they just come from a meeting in the community development. They used to run, not NCF at that time, community development, used to run Kuduma at that time. And come to me and tell me that they want to do a band. The guy that came with the idea, they know that he can't fit. So they came to me, I went to the Elsa St. Peter. And then I went back. In '84, I went to the museum in '84, because we wanted to St. Peter come from. That's why I got so much knowledge about St. Peter. But the disappointing thing about that trip, when I went back the next year, '85, in '84, the fire was a foot thick. And then 85 went down to about 6 inches thick. I asked what happened. Tell me to put them in different categories. So what made of me, my journey, was to capture the history of Spice Town. And because of shifting to different categories, tells me that something hiding. I am researching for the truth of Spice Town, the true history of Spice Town. I like to, you got to find your purpose. I say my purpose is just to admit somebody that got more education than me, a historian that brighter than me, and just say Spice Town had a synagogue in it. And a cemetery, because nowhere you name a town after a Jew. 51 years he lived in the town. No synagogue, no cemetery. Less than 24 hours Jews is buried here. The one in Bristol in 1654. That's happened after the first invasion in 1651. So some of the Jews went and turned Anglican and some went to Bridgetown. But don't tell me, when they came to Spice Town in 1629, they actually found a church, a wooden church. Then they repaired and it lasted up to 1665. But 1739 they had a riot, a mob, where they pushed down and burned over. Burned down nearly all the buildings in Spice Town. Nobody can tell when Spice was, when he was born, when he died. But I just keep doing this scenario. I live in it, a man gave me a house and I live in it. And I didn't want to know nothing about him. He didn't want to know his family, nothing. I can't live in Spice Town. I owe it to Spice Town to find out where the synagogue was. And he was the first member of the first parliament. That what keeps me going. I don't need no money on a bank account. I need the truth. My name should worth more than money. I learned that in Fisherman's Pub. The old gentleman told me that, and it was a great experience. He said, no, just come and buy a mini rum from about 10 o'clock in the morning. And all like 5 o'clock in the evening, you get a drink yet. And he called me for ice all the time. I said, one day, see, I get jump, he did, boy. And I said, excuse me, sir, I'm here pay yet. The man looked at me and said, listen, Sonny, my name should worth more than money.
Right.
And I will not leave here for paying you. And I hold on to that very clever. Because people fancy money in front of you, and then you lose all the principles. I think my grandfather, who was a sailmaker on the Chandler, he made all the sails with the boats, the heel, the Chandler.
So,
and my father was a sheriff on the same boat.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is that your family had a whole lot of tradesmen and people who dabble and dabble in a lot of different careers.
Yeah.
And my question to you is that, did you do anything? How had other career paths before working at Fisherman's Pub?
No, Fisherman's Pub.
Just that's your one and only job?
A job, yeah. A job I didn't want. A job I didn't want. Because I was looking towards to get so, 5 hours. Listen, though, this is a funny thing. God is working mysterious ways. Right. You get 5 hours, you go in the bank. That was the only job you get. Or civil service.
So which job you wanted?
I want to go in the bank.
You want to work in the bank?
But what happens? God, they put me in the bank. Make sure I had to go in the bank every day. Through the business. So I had to go to the bank every day to get change, deposit, withdrawals. So I still get in the bank. I still get my wishes, but in a different form.
In a different form. Yeah. Tell me where school is.
Where school is? I'm never a bright fella, for sure.
Aye.
But I was lucky and privileged because of my aunts and Leslie Graham, who was in nature city. Her husband was a boxer. And then my aunt took over. She was very popular. She was generous, give everybody real Spice Town. So only the other day, I was talking about Spice Town, reflecting on Spice Town Boys School. And they told them I never get licks at Spice Town Boys School.
You never get lit?
Yeah. And that school, say how many licks the different teachers give them. So meant to say, you were privileged.
So, hold on.
No, but
telling me you ain't getting in trouble at school?
I ain't never get trouble, I never get licks.
You never get licks, but you get trouble?
Yeah, but the next thing, we had really tried to be up front to get yourself in trouble. President Kennedy died. Rain poured in Barbados. And stopping me from getting home. So I saw living in Mangaline, just cross from school. I said getting home, boy, take off my shoes and step into the sardine store.
into a sardine top.
Yeah,
Cut you leg.
I cut two with sole of my feet. That way, me trying to be. They call that showing off. Because I live in closer than anybody else. I try to make sure I going home. I got that. That's another thing God show me. You don't show off.
So we are showing me to tell me right. Cause the boys happy when you got that thing.
Yeah.
So you tell you something. Alright, man. Let me show you the side.
Okay.
I separate a sardine top.
A sardine top.
Not even a tuna top, but a sardine top.
Yeah. Can't be my food, man.
So tell me what happened when you get home.
I always have family. I always never try to put it down. I always say, what you talk about in the shower, you don't walk through your shoes. And then next thing, my aunt grew up in the shop, living shop just like me. I have 52 years in Fisherman's Pub, 7 days a week, 12 hours a day.
12 hours?
A day, 365 days a year. My aunt, something like that. So she tried, when I left school, I had to go to the shop. So she tried to get me at Mr. Husband, Ken, our husband lessons, Mr. Parish lessons. So and then only Saturday here he's the top in the gap. So on Sunday she home. So the town babysit me.
Okay.
Take care of me. So that way I got the passion for spice.
So I got a question.
You know, I got another one that really took off in my life. And I say all the time, no disrespect for Miss Paris. Miss Paris, I had lessons, they asked me to spell a word. Could get the word spelled at all. So look outside and see if I name factories. His mother named Susan, she had about 14 children. And factory came in and spelled the word. And she looked at me straight and told me, if he could spell that word, you should be able to spell it. So that's the concept we had, concept of privilege more than others, that it was better than everything. And another person, I see it from that angle, another person said, she was trying to tell you, if he could do it, if he could spell it, you should be able to spell it too. You understand? But it confused me over the years that I hold on, that I don't mark nobody, don't care how poor it is, I try to get the best out of them. And that's another angle that drives me. Not babysitting me at Sunday school and Scout 28 first, not Cubs or Saturdays. Once they decided to test the system, I get lessons. And my aunt, one of the most quietest, beautiful ladies in the world. Nobody never sees she vex. You remember take me up and slam me in the ground and beat me. The people go space and said, this is Miss Graham? Is you really Miss Graham?
What transform?
All you want to tell me, all you want to do good lessons and take and put something in your skull.
Right.
I never forget the only lashes I ever get in my life. But then when my aunt died, the 9th of January 1968, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning, because Spice had just opened up.
Right.
My aunt Joyce, my cousin Joyce below, she was getting ready to go work. And thank God, it happened during that period of time, because we only made one, because we had no other family in Spice. And she came and take over things and called me St. John, the only thing, and do everything for me. But something I learned from that experience. And I can't get over it. You got something you can't trust people.
I understand.
During that sad moment in my family life, people came in the house to look at Miss Graham and start stealing.
Start stealing?
Take all the jewelry off her hands and all that thing. So if you live a life not trusting people, you don't open up the world for you to get the best of them or the worst of them. So I find that in my family, we try to trust. And God guides us through that trust.
So at that time, are we still touching on your childhood? You had any close friends, like brothers? Or?
A man named Adrian King. Adrian King became a coach. David Johnson went to school with me too, but Adrian King was my best friend.
And tell me a little bit about.
But I could tell King, he became a teacher.
Become a teacher?
Yeah. And everybody's supposed to know St. Peter teacher was better coach. Then he became a senior coach. Pedro Hines wanted to give him a phone to be a senior coach, and Pedro said, "I'm old enough." And tell me, get King. King went and do the course in senior cricket course. King, I asked him how he get through. King said, "I do my best." But when you see how the players and the Western Cricket Board flock around King, the first Scotiabank Kiddies cricket, he was the man in charge. And he went to school with him. And something he taught me too. As they tell, it was a little privilege, a little more lunch money than anybody else. So I had a group of boys around me. One day he had some funds in his hand. And he come and tell me, I buy lunch for you today. I said, man, it's okay, man, come money, man, I can buy for you, man, it's okay. And he really went by and put it in my hand. And he looked at me, see you like to give, but you like to receive. And I learned that. And anybody don't care who he is, how poor he is, and he offer me something, I would take it. But even if I got one, I still won't throw it away. I would take it and use it. Another thing, just before he died, he came to me. And he sat down very quiet. And he shouted at me. He did. You know your purpose? You know your purpose? I said, King, you see, I just do my best. And that stick to me. That everybody have to work towards their purpose. Everybody have a role to play. And he's a very good John Maskell, PG Jordan. We formed a club named Superstars. I did athletics. I was one of the first hurdlers in Barbers in 1972.
You?
Yeah.
Hurdlers?
I did do hurdlers.
What?
16 something to do. I was a high jumper.
Long legs or strong hurdles?
Yeah.
Jumping?
16 something to do my first. In 1972, when they had the first Griffith Games, I didn't make it. But we had a club named Superstars.
Superstars.
You
had a deep passion for hurdling and sports?
Yeah, we hit for sports. Then we developed a gym because we had to get trained. United Barbell Club.
I mean, you had to be knocking the girls dead at that time, man. With that short jeans.
Man, listen, it's one thing with me, I friend for gears, yeah. When a gear can run me I used to get cold sweats.
Would you?
Get cold sweats.
Going
to a boy in gear school, community high school. You know, I used to be shy. Right. I was so small and fine, to call me Bones.
Bones.
But I was a little, like a blow. I was a little distracted at school, secondary school because I used to be pretty funny. I didn't like French, but I was very good at maths. And UG Crick was a headmaster. And one day, he looked at me and said, Clement Armstrong, I just miss your presence. I look at the man, but my thoughts just went somewhere else. He told me just repeat what he just said. And I couldn't get a repeat for nothing. But he didn't like me because I couldn't handle French. Then they made a man named Mr. Strong. General Strong. And they were complaining they can't like French. Mr. Strong said, we can't speak proper English. So he built confidence in me. Then when they left school and they went to D. Smith, they built confidence in me. So sometimes you need a push.
So I call a question, because you know, as a man, when you coming up, it's real confusing in life for real. Because you know, we talking of purpose and stuff. So and in today's society, I've been hearing a lot of young fellas like, man, I ain't know what about, I ain't know what I want to do. Probably later on in life I can figure it out. What you guys say to these fellas?
Because the community don't embrace them. In my case, I was privileged and lucky. Because the whole place embraced me from Mangere, Chapel Street, Gordon's Alley. That's circumference there, people living. Take me in.
And who was your greatest inspiration at the time?
My parents.
Your parents?
My father's science. My father was a workaholic. When he wake up, he had to wake up. When he built his house, when the mason come on mornings, he got the concrete done on the eight sand, 6 rocks, and 4 cement.
You know, right? I'm glad you thought, because I know catch myself. When I was doing the same thing, I was working with this guy named Norman, and he was a part of the army.
Yeah.
So I know what you telling me when you father get up. I said, come. Try and wake up. Come.
Yeah. Yeah, so I regimental. I repeat it, I'm very repetitive. I try to remind myself what I have to do. And things don't leave me. And then we build the house, he coached me through the house. So we actually got good. But it's hard if you don't have parents or somebody in your life, because they see further than you.
They do.
One day my father looked at me, when he put on the size house I should build, my first wife objected to it. He said, tell me, listen, cement plant building, Here was building, business moving. This is the time you could build. I went out, and so everybody said, you mommy boy, daddy's boy. They're trying to say I don't think. I can't think. But they use their experience that they lose out on to guide me through. So I went along with them. And then one day he looked at me when we decided to do the house. When we decided to do the house, no he do. He decided to tell me the size house that, yeah, the size house we're doing. It's to tell you that one day Fisherman probably would not be able to pay all the bills. That's his vision. But it didn't easy. I used to work, and we built Fisherman Pub up to the level that where it come to. You have to be committed. You gotta be thinking. When you're cooking or doing something, and a man coming to be at your place at 11 o'clock, you're supposed to be there. So then when you hear the stories of Reggie Jean, who was a boxer, and when the first test match, the West Indies win in England, he cooked a big pot of soup and get to bar and jump around Spikes Down. I find that I fell into the same slot, trying to emulate what the people done before. At the time my grandfather was a sail maker, so he was a top man in those days. Arnold was a fisherman, he gave everything. Then I had another brother, uncle named Ruben. He went to Bahamas as a policeman, never came back. We got fighters and out there. So my family was always, not that all the decisions I made with me, they made decisions for me. Should be here. So everything I do, I try to do, I look at myself, I look back into myself, or look up in the air and say, ask God. I started finding I do the right thing, my parents be proud of me. And then what we enhance it too. When certain people that my father age group and come and say, boy, your father be proud of you. When he came up to Trinidad, we had a little boat, fishing boat. He went to Seven Dublin. He dug the barbs in St. Lucie to extend it and make a bigger boat. I just had to come down there every day and collecting. Came on mornings, he and Seven and Ruth and Billy boat. And one day, I will call that person name. His son came. And the man looked at the son and told him, I would like you to be like Clement. But then that was, and I think his son still holds not anything against me. But he remembered his father said that in front of everybody. So that's another thing too that drives me to. It's about put me on a spinning because I got to live to that standard. Then we get this. Only the best is good enough for Spikes Down Boys School. So you're supposed to do your best as well. And then the truth conquers all at community high school. Those two strong motors drives me. And then about how much subjects I get. Because at the end of the day, we got to be able to relate to the person around you. Right. You got to do your best. You got to do your best to them. What's around you. And also tell them the truth, do the truth. And I find people don't like to tell the truth. But the truth is, you know, because you can tell the truth and it help that person.
Right, anybody, if you have a friend that you're calling a friend that really and truly choose to show face and save your feelings rather than telling you
what you want to hear.
You know, telling you what you want to hear instead of telling you the absolute truth, that person is your friend.
Yeah, and then just get about this boy tight now. I had a lady friend in my life, and it was funny. I was there in the house, and when that Independence Day, God used to do a lot of beers and banks. When he opened the page of the nation, there was Fisherman's Pub with banks saying, we are together. I said, whoa, this is blessing. This is how they treat a rum shop. Thank you very much, Lord. The woman come and tell me, rum shop. It's got to be a restaurant. So I had my independent clothes and everything. I said, no problem. I'll give me your butler. And they put on a bow tie. From the worst thing, come good, come great. I was against Spikes Down. And man said, King Dad, I said, at least I got property. And it smelled better than he. And then the man said, I'm sure we fools they doing it. I said, at least I own my property. I said, at least I own my property. And then Adrian came to easing and look at me. What you doing? I explained the story and everything to me. See they say? You got ready to see you dead, you know. You got ready to see you dead. And Adrian is a very soft-spoken, Adrian can't tell him about, very soft-spoken person as a friend. He always missed the best for me. And that's another, getting back to Adrian, my mother knew his father named Neg. His father went to Antigua and never came out to Barbados. But my mother knew his father very well. And then my mother used to tell me, never call me Adrian King yet, never call me Adrian. All my missus tell me, that's your friend coming. And they couldn't understand why she won't call me Adrian. I said, Ma, you don't call, why you don't call? Ma, Adrian, he said, no, your friend.
So, Mr. Armstrong, now we're speaking about Adrian and friendships and challenges and stuff. What was your greatest challenge?
I don't think I had a lot of challenges by putting in God's hands.
Wow.
I don't think I could do anything too Christ that strength for me.
So God was one, whatever challenge you had?
The challenge I had, God put people in place. I don't know how he knows to get them there. You understand?
Yes,
but I made up my mind what happened, whatever happened. I'm thankful. To be a scout, because of being a scout, I said we camp out anyway. Next thing my mother said to me, once you got a roof over your head, something to eat and clothes on your back, be thankful. So I never, put it this way, I never say that I would like to be this or that. Things just like a puzzle in my life.
It just happened.
Happened because when my mother had to wait 13 years, lost 2 children before I born. And to risk her life to get a boy. And then I went to school. I never in a rum shop. Anybody know? When I was building this house, a schoolmaker, my pastor tell me, oh, because the traffic had to get diverted to Mangle Lane. He was working at the port. He had a car. And he looked at me and asked, you don't get a job yet? So nobody never see working in a rum shop or your property.
As a job.
As a job. So when I tell you no, I just hit a bill in my house and they point at it. He drove off.
So from what I'm understanding is that you're telling me anytime you are faced with an obstacle or a challenge, you just say, you know what, let me put it in God's hand. Which means you had an upbringing around Christians or a particular religion?
Yeah, my mother was one of the coolest operators. She just tell wait on the Lord. And not your time, it's his time. And if he bring you on this earth, he bring you for a particular reason, not to take you down. And the blessed thing I can say about myself, the Lord always bless me that I can share. He always give me more that I can share with other people. Some people can't get because they will never share. Sometimes I pass the joy, so I let out give God. Because my blessings is coming on the exact time, on the right time. And the Christian, I ain't know if a Christian, because Christian, you got to show the life. You can't just say the Christian. You got to show it. And God blessed me with the tools that we had to show it. Fisherman's Pub, from Raider Jean in 1936 to my aunt, the cheerful giver. And then when my mother came over, because during that period of time, 59 to 68, I lived with my aunt. So I only see my mother but once during that period of time. That 9-year period, I would go up. And the funny thing, when my mother came, they brought us so similar. I can't say I miss my aunt. But my mother and 2 sisters were so close that the training was similar. So it didn't affect me when my parents came in 1968. But all 2 was disciplinarians. You had to clean your bedroom. You had to clean outside in front of the yard. So when my mother come and see me doing all these things, she had to tell me nothing.
Right.
So I had a year. The next thing with my family is separation. My father came here with something like me. He never see his mother not till he was 50-something. And how he managed to meet his mother, is that two cousins married into one there. My mother, my mother's sister's daughter married my father's sister's son. So they're not relatives to each other, but I cousin on both sides. So that's how close and knit the family is.
Okay, so since we're touching on that, your mom and dad, they were married at the time, right?
Yeah, they're married in Trinidad.
And tell me about the marriage and the order in the marriage. Like, how was the correct way for a married couple to behave? Or to
I think you can match it. You can't match it this day.
I just want to know.
Why would you watch the artist saw?
Right.
William is in charge from day one.
Women was in charge?
Yeah, but they did it in a different way. Nowadays, women want everybody to know that they're bringing in money and they do nothing. And I'm glad you asked that question.
Yeah.
Because when these stories my parents tell me, my father was naval base, a group of Trinidadians come, Barbarians that live in Trinidad, and they built 7 houses in Trinidad. Each person had their own house. And the thing is, the men will come and give you money. They'll give you $50, $100, $200, $300. You never spend all. Your farm account. So when my father's building the house, everything going smooth. One weekend he come and tell her, Marge, I can't do nothing this weekend because I got no money for the material. Because they ain't paying for labor, everybody come and do the work. We were paying 2 Trinidadians, that electricians and plumber. But she said, well, how much it costs? And she went and bring the money. She said, oh, you get that money? She said, the money you used to give me on weekends, I used to take back because I ain't out for a hard time. I don't think women do that nowadays. Because everybody want their own house. Everybody want their own thing. Everybody want everything by itself. So marriage take a different direction. And they live together for 54 years.
54 years?
Yeah, together. My sister do 57, my cousin do 56. I the only one that only do, every 9 years they left me. But I know the success of life is marriage. But people got to understand they got to do it together. You can't be got your profession and pushing sides. So hoping if you go to marriage and hoping that something happen, something gonna happen because you're wishing for that.
Right.
So you cannot marry, you wish the best for each other. Nothing will go wrong.
So when hard things hit, you can't decide.
They come together. And I go back to the early days now, when you tell you that you make decisions, and my parents never quarrel with me. That's the same thing. So you go in the hole and you come back out together.
So you found it that your parents made decisions together, or your dad led as a man and your mom followed?
What they do, they discuss it. But when they wake up the next morning, don't ever happen, they come down together. The decision is made.
So whatever happened behind closed doors just happened?
And then my mother, nobody don't say, I tell you so.
All right.
I have a good scenario.
Talk to me.
We had a piece of land to rent out. Not our land, our cousin land in the States. I can remember this. I sit in all these different meetings. And I went on my father's side because the gentleman used to help my father painting and cleaning. He get a notice to get off some boy land. And so maybe we had a space, so my father said, well, bring the house over there. When we went to my mother said, listen, James, you want a land to rent the body. Let me call the lady. Near Ursula, which is my aunt daughter. She knew the man. She gave him, said, oh, let him. In the latter days, he came on faithful. During my second marriage, I thought he was my best friend. My father taken off for my father. No problem, but the problem is when it comes to my father passed away and gone now, we get a little difficulty. I never hear my mother say. I tell my mother when the land was rented, I tell my mother he's heavy with the bow and the shaw, so he needs help. Or my mother say, I tell you, you have the land to rent out. So when that negotiation broke down, that my mother never said I told you so. My mother continued the same way.
Despite it didn't work out.
It didn't work out. So you don't get the boy pulling you down. You fall in the hole, they try to get you back up. And that's one of the lucks I had, or the privilege that God gave me to tell you that I could do anything through Christ that strengthens you.
So despite your dad may have made a mistake, in order for the marriage to work, your mom decided that, you know what, I ain't gonna sit I tell you so, I ain't gonna sit with
No,
man,
she work long with us
work, she
for the
can work
betterment.
she can work with you and say, well, you understand, be loving and whatever and push forward as a unit together.
Remember, I did another class with my mother. My mother's 90th birthday party. I said, "Ma, I'm gonna hold a party for you." I said, "Party? Who you inviting?" And your friends. She said, "Listen, I want to old people around me." Oh, I said, "You old woman." Say, "I tell you, bring young people around me." I had to get jumping tank, karaoke, and all the kids. Every Christmas, my mother do a Christmas party here for the kids in my community. So I grew up seeing these things happening. They ain't left me. So I've been to get into Kaduma. I was grounded in the community already.
Right. So, you know, you had a good example from mother and a father. You have any kids of your own, children of your own, sorry?
I got my kids from my first wife.
Your first wife?
Yeah.
Right.
Aguirre, she's 39. 39, she's 39. But the funny thing about it, they're get 40 this year. The funny thing about it, she left me at 7 too. My father came in Trinidad at 7. My mother left me at 7. And after the divorce, at 7, she went to America with her mother. So she knows nothing about Barbados. So I understand life, that's separated life. So she really don't know her father.
Okay. So now,
You know, so we say correspond, but she have a full life in America.
right.
But it's hard.
It's tough. But you would like to be around and train and guide her like how
But
your mother
the funny thing about it, before the guy proposed to her, they came on a trip to meet me. She told me that she can get married and everything, which was very nice. And the guy told me she ought to talk about her father. So I always wondered what she find to talk about her father. Her graduation, I went to her graduation when she graduated in America. She studied to get through pretty well. And she get a president. In America, when you get high marks, the president give you a letter or two. So that will come on your what you call it now? When you go to play for a job, resume. That's part of your resume. So she get to work at Marriott Hotel Management. But I wouldn't expect her to come back here and work because she had her own life. So my father didn't see his mother on the 50 years.
Right.
I didn't see my parents over 9 years. And she ain't seen her. This 92, 27 years she haven't lived with her father. Yeah. We have not seen each other. We have sit down eight times. I never see her 8 times already.
Right.
But that I don't have an excuse to say that I don't like my daughter. And there's no excuse to say that you don't brought her right. It don't make an excuse. You have your own purpose and your own goals, and you have a responsibility. Early or late, you have a responsibility to your children.
So since your daughter was not in Barbados, or you were not able to raise her in a sense, you had. So Mr. Armstrong, what advice would you give to the young women and men of today and tomorrow?
Well, it's not easy. It's not easy living. It's no real way of advising a person. Because people are different. People brought up different. Parents bring them out different. For us, for me, your word is your bond. You gotta be punctual. You can't be a diplomat. You tell the truth. You do your best in anything you do, and be tidy. Tidiness is because people see you, they assess you.
Right.
By the time they look at you and say, I didn't know. So let them see the outside and make inside more. When they get to know, the inside better than the outside. I've been in the fisherman's pub. I meet all kinds of people. I advise them all over the world. I know one thing to tell you: use you. They could go all over the world, but they can't find another fisherman's pub like that. So you have to pay attention to yourself, what you want to be. Because people around you might say one thing, but people outside, people not you. Doing you walk down the road, and you don't know this person at all, But we watching you all the time coming through, and they watching. Next thing at school, Pythagoras theorem. I learned that through daydreaming in school again. I hold on to that. Then you is my friend. The young lady is my friend. Automatically she gotta be your friend. Cause the standards gotta be. I pick you is my friend, and then the fella down there doing something different. You can't be my friend. You gotta cut you off. So we have to go everything equal.
Right.
Or culture, or manners, or dress code, or life. So that I try to tell the truth when most like on Facebook and tell the truth. Because 2 years after they come out and show the same thing, I know that the people can see that you will be telling you everything at this point all the time. But the truth, doing your best, be honest, and try to put people up. Some people can pass you, but the rest of it is switch. And once you stay focused, I think God carry you through. I don't. As my mother tell me, you know, you can't put religion on a person. God will find you when He's ready for you. But He give you a choice to do what you like, or He give you a free living, which is good. But then He comes back for you and guide you.
So lastly, Mr. Armstrong, tell me how is life like for you? What do you spend your days now that you know, take a little retirement?
Listen, I give you a joke now.
Talk to me.
That I just said with God, and it's really serious.
Right.
But I always say I can in fisherman pub. I grew up, my aunt died while working in fisherman pub. Leslie Graham died while he lived working in fisherman pub. My father died while helping me in fisherman pub. So I felt that that's the next place to go. I put all my energy, my everything is spiced on fisherman pub. You know, I going, and just suddenly I get this pain in my back, slow me up. Then the last 2 or 3 years, he sent some workers from Jamaica, and they carried me to the tape. Very good workers, consistent, but then they felt that they should move on. And what happened is, I get to the point that I could do it on my own again. And God put people in a place to take it from me and lease it. Now I come back. This house you see here, I never spent 8 hours in it, different than sleeping.
Right.
No, the other day, hours, 11 hours not sleeping in the house for 11 hours. I thank God for blessing me with this house. I can appreciate it now. Give me a chance to enjoy the blessings He give me. So sometimes your blessing, you don't enjoy your blessing. Some people get a blessing up front, some people get a blessing at the back. But whatever He puts in your hand, you got to take care. It's your blessing. Don't look at the boy else one. You got a bicycle, say that's yours because I'm not walking. But it's one thing again, I tell everybody, I never wish I must have this, I got to have this. I know I was supposed to be born. So why should be telling somebody I must be this kind of person by 60 and must be financially strong by this thing? Never try to think that way.
What's for you is for you.
I just think, I just pray. I wake up in the mornings, try to pray, because sometimes all kind of things come along. But I try to hold a verse from the Bible to carry me every day. But that didn't happen when I was your age, you know. I know He was there, but I just tune in and then turn off. Now I'm going and see what surround me and went around me in those days. So that you can see that He was with me. Kind of break this, steer that channel or that road to keep on the course to work. And the next thing, I have to thank my family for backing me. I have my aunt, grandchildren, and nephews and things in America. The Westons, the Jobs, my sister Job now. My sister, the Western, her children, my sister. She was my big supporters. She 85 and kissing a plane can't look for me. I was tied down
Don't
for
look it at all though.
yeah, you can believe it. I hate 50. I ain't get African for 12 years.
Right.
But she had a feeling and she can't spend Christmas when she come. I thank God for that.
Right.
Because she was working in November and even that is timing. I can't explain to people. Because you need to wake up early in the morning and hear that voice coming out. That voice coming out, telling you. As I told you, when I left school, I left school, Matt D. Smith, Strawn, Miss the I call him, the headmaster, and then when I missed out on, I had Richard Brown. My first wife told me that I was mad, and I went to Richard Brown, and I can tell you, me, Mr. Richard Brown, I went counseling. I didn't know how to go counseling to get divorced. But I went and followed her because he said I'm mad. And Richard Brown brings something to me. I will share this with you all. You see, you went to school so easy, yeah? You can be a boy. You ever say age, yeah? I see, yeah.
Okay, Mr. Armstrong, I just want to thank you so much for allowing me to capture your legacy, to pass it on to the younger folks of today and tomorrow. Any last words before I shall go?
And thank you all too. At my age, young people around me is amazing. But one thing I say, no one person can raise a child. You go to the village, that always place, it's a special place. The whole village, the village is present in the village. Boomer Road, Farm Road, Archers Lane, 70 Adventist, Mango Lane, Gordon's Alley, Chapel Street, Queen Street, Orange Street, Major Walk. All these are different roads that people that raise each other. So I can't, that way take my hat off to say thanks to you all the young people reaching back to us. And I thank the town of Spice Town. They threw that name on me when I'm here. I am here for the people and I care for people. And my family, I grew up in my family caring. So that's my main object. To not praying for myself, but praying for others, hoping that they will achieve. I look around Spice Town and see so many people from humble and got good jobs, good houses and everything. So it's not the state in which you are born that you put yourself to that. Is you get out, everybody's struggle is different. You know what I'm saying? But thank you all very much for making the effort. It was a pleasure. And doing you is something else. When you get Clement Armstrong to sit down for 3 hours, you've got to be good. But thank you all very much. God bless you. All. Thank you very much. All blessings.
So, my name is Dwayne Sandyford, award-winning fine artist, the artist in all black. And I want to thank you all for listening and tuning into this show. This is the journey of a lifetime. Barbadians, you know what I'm saying? Shout out. And I can catch y'all in the next video. Peace.